around here somewhere.
Papíry, prosím.
This is getting to be a real pain.
Chvilku strpení, prosím. Skenuju. Co pak tady máme? OK. Žádný problémy? Tak jo, Augu. Můžeš jít dál.
I've come from one of the apartments, maybe. We need... It is the dawn of a new age. Do you despair for your future? Do you search for something but never seem to find satisfaction? We have the answers. Seek and you will find. You will find meaning in the arms of the machine. You find belonging in the oneness of singularity. I have searched for salvation. I have found the answer. Wisdom lies in the machine of Join us.
Unbiased and impartial reporting.
Church of the machine.
And now for a close look at the events of the headlines.
All the answers. It is the beginning of a new age. And like all
We must hang
blood,
on.
pain, bright future is at hand for our people.
I pray that the mother will change her mind.
Do not live in fear any longer. Faith
There is always
in
a
God
reason.
will bring you
We will be spared. We will find our way to the mission. Some of us remember
I
Bill.
was lost in my friend's friends. Faith is present.
Do not give up faith in the church.
Faith in my no longer.
Who gave us the means
God
to
is
this?
guide our salvation.
Adam, what's going on? I didn't expect to hear from you.
I didn't expect my doctor to find dormant augs hidden in my system.
What?
Dormant experimental augs. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Adam, you know the decisions I made for you 2 years ago.
Yes or no?
No! All the work we did on you was above board. You have my word on that. What exactly did you find?
Experimental test augs spliced into my system. Kohler said something about a neodymium shell. Who would have designed something like that?
My God, you've got a Titan Og? It's impossible. It was just a concept.
You just said this wasn't you.
It wasn't. The DoD showed me schematics 3 years ago and asked me if I thought it could work. It was designed by somebody else, Vadim Orlov. Megan and I interviewed him once, but he wouldn't have fit in.
These schematics you saw. Don't suppose you kept a copy?
They were classified. I never had a copy. The only reason I even saw them was because the Defense Department valued my opinion. Seraph Industries did good work back in the day. When we signed a schematic, you knew it was solid.
Orlov? Sounds Russian. Who is he? Why wouldn't he have fit in?
He was supposed to be a boy wonder, neuroscience prodigy. Got his master's degree in Moscow, post-grad in the US. His grades were off the chart, but his theories were sketchy at times. Megan said his ethics were questionable.
Megan? Megan Reed said that? The woman who gave you my DNA to experiment with?
We didn't hire him, Adam. 2 minutes into the interview, and I could tell Orloff didn't like his ideas being challenged by anyone. Least of all, a strong woman like your ex.
I've got to find this guy.
Adam, let me track him down for you. I'm leaving for London soon, but I can make phone calls, reach out to people. Seraph Industries may be gone, but my name still carries weight in certain circles.
Do it. Contact me by infolink when you have something.
I won't let you down on this. I never felt right about losing touch with you after Panchea. When I heard you'd shown up in Detroit alive a year after everyone thought you were dead, why didn't you get in touch with us?
I couldn't. Rescue crews pulled me out of the ocean and dumped me in a clinic in Alaska. Nobody knew who I was. For a long time, neither did I.
My God, son, you don't think... I mean, that could have been when...
Find Orlov, Seraph. I've got questions I need answered.
I will, I promise. I'll call you.
Fucking New World Order! Brilliant.
I was lost like you, friend. Faced persecution.
Nie rozumiem angielskiego.
I hated my no longer in our bodies, our augmented bodies, lies our salvation, seekers. We carry the seeds of divinity within us, the future of the neo-human race.
I pray the mother will change her mind.
I have searched for salvation, and I have found wisdom lies in machine God, friends. Join us. The Church of the Machine God will not let they have all the answers, brothers and sisters. Only all the answers. Come, pilgrims, do not hesitate.
They claim the US government is not doing enough to protect them from augmented In China, meanwhile, a group of protesters demanding freedom and basic human rights for all, regardless.
Could I use some clotted cream on these scones right now? Ah, fuck it. What are we talking about? Oh, right. Unbelievable. We got Pikus on here in our secret location, which we are calling Grandma's. And as usual, they are doing their due diligence to pin this motion.
This is Eliza Cassell, reporting to you, live, from Pikus.
Some meaning, but never seem to find satisfaction. We have the answer.
Instruction, oncology, quality,
Come, pilgrims. Do not hesitate. Do not live in fear any longer. Faith in the machine God will bring you peace.
Who gave us the
I have
means
searched
of
for
salvation?
salvation, and I have found the answer. Wisdom lies in the machine God, friends. Join us. In our bodies, in our augmented bodies, lies our
To
salvation.
become a signatory of its Safe Harbor initiative,
Seeds of
and to promote the creation of safe and secure housing complexes where oppressed groups can live and work, free from persecution. This international civil engineering and action plan is the brainchild of Santo CEO, Nathaniel Brown. Its flagship project, a glittering engineered city named Revilla, is slated to be publicly unveiled at one of Brown's upcoming Safe Harbor conventions.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Precision. Refinement. Static watches. It's about time.
In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard Sister Airlines Flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history. I cannot speak for you folks, but terrifying memories of that day still haunt me. It will certainly be a while before any of us...
Do not live in fear any
This is
longer.
Eliza Kassan,
Faith
reporting to
shield
you.
God will bring you peace. Do you despair for your... Never seem to find satisfaction? We have the answer. I was lost like you, friend. In face of persecution and hatred, I broke. I hated myself and my augmented body, but no longer.
Access granted.
Persecution and hatred, I broke. No longer.
We must hang on.
God must claim to have all the answers. Only all the answers. Seek and you
Do
will
not
find,
give up
my
faith in
friend.
the church.
You will find meaning in the arms of the machine. You will find belonging in the oneness of humanity. Do you prepare for your future? Do you search for something but never seem to find satisfaction?
Sorry, I cannot help.
I drink anything.
All must be ready.
In our bodies, in our augmented bodies, lies our salvation. Praise the machine god.
You have returned, Seeker. Are you prepared to open your heart to the teachings of the Machine God?
Nothing right now. Maybe some other time.
Very well, Seeker. I will be here if you change your mind.
The Church of the Machine God does not claim to have all the answers.
Are you sure?
brothers and sisters.
I do not think
Only
that sounds
all.
right.
We have suffered long enough.
What do you mean he's being manipulated? I don't know exactly, but someone saw him in the sewers, at the mercy of a man's voice. A cult of some kind? They say there is a resurgence. Beware the cults. Do not give in to easy answers.
watching too many late night movies, my friend. Real gangsters. What do you mean, concrete galoshes? What the hell are galoshes? Those parking lot things? You've been watching too many late night movies, my friend. Real gangsters don't talk like that. The fishes. First, fish is the correct plural form. What do you mean, concrete galoshes? What the hell are galoshes? Those parking lot things? A horse? Why would I do that to a horse? Your husband, maybe. Understand? The fishes. First, fish is the correct plural form, I think. And who the hell sleeps with them? You've been watching too many late night movies, my friend. Real gangsters don't talk like that. What do you mean, concrete galoshes? What the hell are galoshes? Those parking lot things? You've been watching too many late night movies, my friend. Real gangsters don't talk like that. A horse? Why would I do that to a horse? Your husband, understand? The fishes. First, fish is the correct plural form, I think. And who the hell sleeps with them? You've been watching too many late night movies, my friend. Real gangsters don't talk like that. What do you mean, concrete galoshes? What the hell are galoshes? Those parking lot things? A horse? Why would I do that to a horse? Your husband, maybe. Understand? The fishes. First, fish is the correct plural form, I think. And who the hell sleeps with them? A horse? Why would I do that to a horse? Your husband, maybe. Understand? What do you mean, concrete galoshes? What the hell are galoshes? Parking lot things? You've been watching too many late night movies, my friend. Real gangsters don't talk like that. The fishes. First, fish is the correct plural form, I think. And who the hell sleeps with them?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Real gangsters don't talk like that.
Access denied.
Why would I do that to a horse? Your husband, maybe. Understand? Try to run, Uyobok! Make this worthwhile! Your reign of terror ends now! I will be your salvation, Uyobok! Come back and fight me, Cruz!
Anomaly detected. Trace program access granted.
The fishes. First, fish is the correct plural form, I think. And who the hell sleeps with them? A horse? Why would I do that to a horse? Your husband, maybe. Understand? What do you mean, concrete galoshes? What the hell are galoshes? Those parking lot things? You've been watching too many late-night movies, my friend. Real gangsters don't talk like that. You've been watching too many late-night movies, my friend. Real gangsters don't talk like that. The fishes. First, fish is the correct plural form, I think. And who the hell sleeps with them? What do you mean, concrete galoshes? What the hell are galoshes? What things? A horse? Why would I do that to a horse? Your husband, maybe. Understand?
Anomaly detected.
Concrete galoshes.
Trace program initiated.
What things?
Access granted.
The fishes. First, fish is the correct plural form, I think. And who the hell sleeps with them? You've been watching too many late-night movies, my friend. Real gangsters don't talk like that. A horse? Why would I do that to a horse? Your husband, maybe. Understand? What do you mean, concrete galoshes? What the hell are galoshes? Parking lot things? You've been watching too many late-night movies, my friend. Real gangsters don't talk like that.
If we were back home, she would never dare speak to me that way.
Is the correct plural form, I think. And who the hell sleeps with them? A horse? Why would I do that to a horse? Your husband, maybe. Understand?
I'm doing it because the Og in some massive...
I hope you're not Edward Broad, because you don't look at all like the picture.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Arts and crafts?
Looks like an old toy factory to me. Except something tells me it's not toys you make here.
This is Drahomir's place. The men outside are his men. They use it to... well, to run whatever scam they have going at the time.
And what scam do they have going right now?
Documents. I make forgeries for Drahomir and his men. Fake permits and passports and police credentials. Whatever he wants, or whatever he thinks he can push on people. Basically, if Drahomir tells me to make it, I make it.
So it's a forgery ring, and you're pretty much at the heart of it.
Makes me sound like a ringleader. Milena is no ringleader. I'm not very good at saying no to people who point guns at me.
How did you get mixed up with these scam artists?
I started forging documents to help my friends. There were people in my life I didn't want to lose. To watch someone get displaced just because they are augmented.
Displaced to the Utilec complex, Gollum City.
There are people there who do not deserve to be. They are sent to hell simply because their permits aren't up to date enough.
So you work for these guys because you think it's the right thing to do?
I work for them because they scare me. The men outside, their job is to protect me. Either I fulfill the orders Drahomir throws at me, or he does that whole gun-waving thing. I do not like guns.
What else can you tell me about Drahomir?
He runs a fake police checkpoint with some friends of his. The police credentials I made for them, they are some of my best work. Very convincing. Unfortunately.
So the real cops, they think Drahomir is one of them?
Either that, or he pays them off. They say there is a brotherhood among police officers. I guess it extends even to the fake ones.
Where do I find Drahomir?
He controls a fake police checkpoint just down the street. It is where he stops people and extorts them. Preys on their fears, their desperation. If you're lucky, he charges you some ridiculous amount in exchange for one of my fake docs.
And if you're not lucky?
He will string you along. Funnel you into an endless series of promises and payments. For some, it never ends.
And all this happens in broad daylight in the middle of the street?
Amazing what people would tolerate when they are scared. A man with a gun and a fake uniform stops you in the street, tells you must go somewhere, pay for something. Most people will do whatever he wants. But you are not like most people, are you?
You think I just walk around shooting people?
Don't you?
I like knowing there are other options.
Okay, so stab him, scare him, or get the police to do their job for once. I remember Drahomir mentioning this cop who threatened him. She was hanging around his checkpoint. Who knows? Maybe there really is one good cop in Prague.
That sounds like the safest bet. Otherwise, you're asking me to pick a fight with a bunch of guys in uniforms, scam artists or not.
The whole city would come down on you. Still, up to you how you want to handle it.
Right. And just so we're clear, you are going to stop forging documents now.
I don't like getting into trouble. And even worse is other people suffering because of me. No more faking documents ever again. Unless someone really needed one. Then I'd probably do it. I mean, if we knew for a fact that we could help someone, we should do whatever we can, right?
It depends what you have in mind.
The docs I make, they really can fool the authorities. Sort of.
Sort of.
Drahomir flooded the streets with forgeries, so the city started tracking more, adding scanners, validation numbers. Now, unless one of my permits gets activated in the city database, it's just plastic.
So you're telling me these people pay for forgeries and then probably get deported anyway?
It doesn't have to be that way. I have 2 permits that I literally just made. And I think we can really help these people. If you're willing.
Alright, how do we help?
Their names are Edward Broad and Irenka Bauer. Drahomir was going to charge them like 20 more times. But maybe you could just give them the forgeries? Early Christmas present?
You said it's just plastic, that people get deported anyway. How does this help them?
I think I know how to get them activated. As long as you're willing to follow through.
Alright. I'll go meet Edward and Irenka. In the meantime, are you going to be okay here?
Once they learn that Drahomir's been taken care of, the others will leave me alone. He's the one I'm scared of. By the way, there is a safe over there where they keep their money. I'll give you the code. 2489. Feel free to help yourself.
What about you?
Way ahead of you.
That I have to hide out in Grandma's tea room and hire two computer geeks full-time to block hacking codes while they're snapping on cheesy puns all day. Love writing those paychecks, I tell you. But these are the golden days.
You've been watching too many late-night movies,
when I had to fake my
Real
own death.
gangsters.
Or when the Lumen agents stormed the van we were broadcasting. Put Steve in a full Nelson and lock
What
us
do you
up
mean,
for Tuesday
concrete
action. I think Steve just
galoshes?
got
Galoshes?
waterboard.
Parking lot things. A horse? Why would I do that to a horse? Your husband, maybe. Understand? The fishes. Fish is the correct plural form, I think. And who the hell sleeps with them? You've been watching too many late-night movies, my friend. Real gangsters don't talk like that. A horse? Why would I do that to a horse? Your husband, maybe. Understand? What do you mean, concrete galoshes? What the hell are galoshes? Those parking lot thing?
Please.
How many times did Drahomir charge Edward any rent already?
I don't know the exact numbers. Many times, that is for sure. People like Edward and Irenka, they are willing to keep paying. And people like Drahomir, they know this.
They're that desperate to stay in Prague.
Desperate to stay out of Golem. Edward, I think he has family here. And Irenka, she thinks she's someone else. Some kind of a robot. Anyway, Drahomir took advantage of this. Kept charging both versions of her until there was nothing left.
What do I need to know to take down Drahomir?
He and his fake police checkpoint are beyond the archway. Just down the street from here.
So I'm supposed to start a fight in the middle of my own neighborhood, with guys who look like cops.
Better if the real police don't see you. Though there may be a safer...
I'm gonna do what I can. You just be careful.
I don't either, actually, but my grandpa used to tell me about those days, and let me tell you, followers, it's starting to sound awfully fucking familiar.
I think we are pushing our luck with the checkpoint.
Got to find an untapped market and exploit it. Might all be in Golem already.
No!